Today, what's going on today? That's the question. Well, this is happening, and after this interview, I have to make a corset order, and then after the corset order, I have another photo shoot later on this evening. But yeah, today is, I wouldn't say it's chill, but it's chill. We are in my home/studio, and I'm Jamaican, so you got the birds chirping in the back. You gotta have the sounds. I have to feel like I'm home. So yeah, that's what we got going on. And my dog is right in front of me at my feet. My state of mind today is just it's to pretty much get back on track. Haven't been feeling well. Of course, my disorder. So today is just like literally just getting back on track, seeing what needs to be done this week, and just feeling out what's going on, like how I feel first. That's something that I've been having to pay attention to, is like, how do I feel, and just pivoting from that. Yeah, and then see what like my week is looking like. Today is Sunday, and I need to know what the week looks like before I actually go on vacation. But yeah, I gotta knock these orders out and create. I have endometriosis, and I have something called adenomyosis. And with that, it does come with your cycle, but it's different stages to it. Like, you know how we hear about cancer, you have stage 1, 2, 3, 4. I have stage 4 endometriosis, so therefore it doesn't just come with my cycle. It's literally, it could be right now. I could be talking and then just start feeling pain, and I'm like, why? I don't know what, maybe something I ate, something I did. It does affect everyday life for the most part. Sometimes more than others, depending on stress levels, what you're eating, even just your state of mind. Like, that's something I've definitely, paid attention to. Adenomyosis is pretty much the same thing. You could have an adenomyoma, which I have. I have fibroids, I have cysts, I have polyps. It's insane. But as the years have gone by, I've been telling myself I'm going to treat myself. And I've been on this herbal journey, and I will cure myself, period, point blank. Yeah, the doctors say that there's no cure for it, but anything on this earth is curable. So God gave us the tools. We just need to figure it out and then just see what's going on. But yeah, sometimes I'm in pain in bed for like a week, literally a week. I was just in bed for 3 days straight. Not too bad. So yeah. So backstory on why I dropped the S. I was working with the marketing team, company, whatever you want to call them. And I was going through like a rebranding phase. So I actually have a new logo, and my logo that I have now is just, it says Garvey. It's gold. And it's just more of like a power thing. Like, my brand, I wanted to exude power. I am powerful. I'm resilient. So I want that to be reflected in everything I do, everything that I touch. So right now, creatively, I'm working on more creative projects. I'm more working on passion projects. I see a lot going on in the world. And when you pay attention to what's going on in the world, you want to leave some type of impact. I don't want to just make clothes. Like, that's not anything that I've ever wanted to do. Like, I want to make more than just clothes. I want to be impactful. So in order to do that, I have to work more creatively on what it is that I'm doing. So I've even made my space into more of a creative space. Like, one wall is turquoise, one wall is purple, gold, and then here we have the gold again. I took a step back to focus on things that I love, like corsetry. Loved it since I was little, and I am perfecting my craft with corsets and working on projects to more, pull that in a little bit more. I just dropped my men's collection last summer, so I'm just tying in all the greatness and all the creativity to just punch out everything that I see as far as my brand for myself and use more of my culture, heritage in everything that I do. So that's what I'm doing right now. As far as like my work, I've always wanted to show my heritage and culture. I'm actually working on a collection now. When I was younger, I wanted to be a dancehall queen. I wanted to be on stage doing the craziest tricks that you've ever seen. And when I got older, I was like, yeah, that's not for me. I could do that. I could do that at home. I'm not going to be doing that on stage in front of everyone. But as far as, of course, my Garvey lineage, I definitely said to myself, I have to infuse that more into what it is that I do. The collection that I dropped last summer, it was called Tribe. And I also use, like, I'm a big music hip hop fan. And Tribe Called Quest is what, I don't know how or why it just came to me, but I was like, I've loved this album cover. The album cover, Midnight Marauders. And the woman, like, so, okay, as you can see, zebra print, that's my favorite print. And that's what the album cover reminded me of. And I'm like, yo, red, black, and green, like Marcus Garvey, you know, is the creator of the pro-black flag, which is red, black, and green. So I was like, this is perfect. It ties into all the things that I love. And the print that I came up with pretty much is what they use to paint on the female. So that is how I use culture into what it is that I do. I feel like it's very important to carry on culture in anything that we do, because just by me doing that collection, a lot of people were like, wait, who's the Tribe Called Quest? And I'm sitting there like, hold up, you don't know who Tribe Called Quest is? Like Q-Tip, like Phife Dawg, how y'all not know this? So it does keep how do I say it keeps us with the knowledge of who was before us and where do we get our influences from. Yeah, and that album, it infused jazz with hip hop, which is great. And like I said, I'm a music head, so it also just shed light. Like, even my best friend, she didn't know a lot of the songs, and when she listened to the album after I dropped the collection, she was like, oh my God, this is so fire. So this is just, you know, what I want to do, like this next collection, which is the dance hall. I'm so excited to do it. Everything that I do, I always want to use history, but also pay it forward. The emotions that come up, it stems from childhood. Every Saturday morning, it doesn't matter what's going on. Every Saturday morning you wake up, yo behind, as growing up in West Indian culture, your behind better get up and start cleaning. And then you hear the music blasting, you hear the reggae, the dance hall blasting, and my mother would just come and be like knocking on my door like, why are you still asleep? You need to get up and clean. Now, mind you, we just had a 5-day school week, so I'm like, can I just chill? Can I watch cartoons? No, you watch that after. So you get up, you clean, and it's just the part about hearing the music and just smelling the food that's being cooked. And you know, you're gonna have Saturday dinner or Sunday dinner, and you smell the oxtails that's cooking, or the ackee and the saltfish. So these are the things that plays in my head. It's nostalgic. And I don't have my mom anymore, 2021. So didn't I say I wasn't gonna do this? That's why I didn't want to start talking about that. I was not trying to tear up. Usually I try to like breathe through it. Okay. After losing my mom in 2021, June, it's like I already was doing this before, but it makes even more sense to do it now. And it's also like paying homage to her every day as much as I can. Because without her, I wouldn't be who I am, where I am. That was my biggest supporter ever. I wish she was here to tell you, but sorry. I know she was. That's something I never had to question, is if my mother's proud of me. So that is a gift that I do know. My life right now is just all over the place. I'm just all over the place, but in a good way, in a positive way. Like, just I have things figured out, but it's just, which step do I take first? Like, where do I go first with this? How do I start? I know how to start. I know what I should do, but it's just when you have so much to do and it's literally pretty much just you have to figure that out. Even like trying to build out a team, it's you that's trying to figure out and vet out this team. I've had people come and go, and I'm like, nah, you have to be as passionate as me. So definitely all over the place, but like I said, in the best way possible. Oh, one great thing is like discovery. Things that I've been wanting to do for so long, I'm finally doing it. And I'm like, I'm not afraid of anything anymore. It's like the fearless, like what I say for Garvey is, in the land of the fearless and the free. I can't have a tagline like that if I'm being fearful. Like, I don't fear anything right now. Even like just the story behind that, I'm claustrophobic. And ever since I was little, I've always wanted to go to Egypt. When I learned about Egypt and, ancient Kemet, that's what I call it. I rather use that instead. And when I went to Egypt, it was literally the year my mom passed, and it was my birthday, October. And I was like, look, nothing's going to stop me. Like, I'm going to go, and I'm going to go for her. I'm going to go for us. And I went to Egypt, and I was in awe of the pyramids. And then they were like, are you going to come in the pyramids? And I saw how deep that thing was and how tight. Of course, when you study it, it's like, wait, do I really want to do that? And I faced my fears, and I went down, all the way down. I started panicking, losing breath, because it gets, shallow. So when you get to one part, it's like, wait, I have to keep going. And we went in this little, in the tomb, the little area. And I'm like, yo, I'm really facing my fears. Zip lining, like I've done zip lining, but not as crazy as when I went to Mexico one time. And I am above the trees, like crazy. So that's the part of my life, is just not being afraid and just doing it. Like, what am I afraid of? What are we afraid of? Push yourself. You really have to be grounded and knowing who you are in order to propel into the next steps, next phases. Just everything around you have to take in consideration. And even though I already have done that, but then certain things will happen for you to question yourself. So it's like, you really just have to stay, think about it, reflect, meditate, and keep pushing yourself. I always hear I'm resilient, of course, because of what I've been through or what I continually go through. And that shit gets tough. Like, being resilient is great. Being tough is great. But then, how we talk about soft girl season, like, or soft girl life. I want that. I'm tired of fighting. I'm tired of being strong Black woman. Like, we hear that all the time. And of course, like, yeah, we know that we are. I know that I am. But I want to chill. I want to just put my feet up and not have to worry about being in pain or not feeling well or being stressed out. And it's a continuous fight. It's a battle. Life is a battle. But just got to keep pushing. I guess it's a thing from me to me, because if I, watch this, when I watch this, I just want to say, just keep going, keep pushing forward, keep going forward, just continue to be who you are, because you have sat with yourself numerous times. Like when I'm in pain and I'm not feeling well, there is nobody around me. I have to be by myself. I'm not looking at my phone. I can't concentrate on anything. I put on the TV, can't even look at the TV. And in those dark times, you really have nobody but yourself. So just keep pushing forward. And I wanted to say something else. It's a quote. I might mess up the quote, but when I saw this quote, I was like, this is my favorite quote of all time. It's two. One of them, it's Eleanor, I think Roosevelt. It says, no one can make you feel inferior without your consent. Like, can't no one make me feel like I'm horrible, terrible, anything. Like, unless I sit there and be like, question myself. No, I'm sure of myself. I know whatever you're feeling is whatever you're going through. It has nothing to do with me. That's one thing. And the quote that I'm talking about is, I had it written on my dry erase. Limitations are shackles we place upon ourselves. And you're limitless. If you've ever seen the movie, like, we use, 10% of our brain, not even. We are limitless. And that's why I talk about fear. Don't let even yourself stop you, because you can be your biggest obstacle. And that's what I have. That's all I have.